I'm glad to see you guys. You got here just in time. I was just in the middle of pulling out my big 12-inch sandwich for a review. Look at it. Isn't it magnificent? It's got a nice size. The new Subway Steak Club. What's on that, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Shaved steak, turkey, tomato, mayo, lettuce, bacon, not to mention that fresh bread. I feel it important to tell you this for review's sake. On this particular day, I had this sandwich made at probably the very best time. I had just watched them change out all the vegetables. It was early morning, and the bread had just been baked. So you've got the freshest vegetables and the freshest bread. That does make a difference, especially if you get the other way or the other direction of that. It's awful. So I want to make you aware of that. Not every time you walk into a Subway is that going to happen for you. In fact, most of the time that's not going to happen for you. So be aware before you purchase. Or even ask, hey, how long has it been since you made this bread? Sometimes they'll tell you the truth. You know, if they lie to you, you'll know pretty quick. Last bit of information before we get to this review. A personal choice of mine was I had the bread toasted. For this particular sandwich, I wanted a light toasting. That's weird. Today's video, at least this portion, is coming from my phone. I could not get my camera right today. And I don't know why. It just never looked, I don't know, feng shui. It was never right with the world. So here we are, doing a review from a phone. You can't tell the difference anymore anyway. Most of the time phones look as good or better than most people's cameras. Unless you're a rich guy. I thought today, just because it's Subway and why the hell not, the people that are going to watch Subway reviews are going to watch them and the rest just stay away like the plague. Instead of like summing up at the end of the video after I've had my 3 bites, we're going to do this review on a bite by bite basis. Here we go. Bite 1. Before we get started, the way I have this sandwich is the exact prescribed way, except it's missing tomatoes. And basically I call it the tomato rule. Myself, I will review something if it only misses one ingredient. As long as that one ingredient isn't the absolute key to the product. For instance, I would not review a Whopper that didn't have a Whopper patty on it. I wouldn't review a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich with no tomato. But something like this, when there's multiple ingredients and I just don't like tomatoes, why drag the score down? Having said all that, the first thing that hit me right in the face with this was the mayo. Now, Subway may suggest it, but I'm not sold yet. Bite 2. I went with the mayonnaise because that's part of what they're calling the club experience. Second bite, mayo didn't play any kind of a role. My mind or my body or my mouth adjusted quickly. Bite 3. It really does make a big difference when the bread is actually fresh. I work nights, so I go in first thing in the morning, right after they've made the bread. It's always fresh for me. Boy, when you get one of those, have you ever had something from Subway, like when you crush it, it looks like the end of the Infinity War. The bread just kind of, yeah. Bread's fresh. Only other observation, I wish they would have cooked the bacon longer or made it crunchier. It's too soft here. Fourth bite, onions showed up in the flavor profile. I was happy to have them. That helped improve the overall taste of the sandwich. Here's a great 2 non-factors in the sandwich, the lettuce and the turkey. Never noticed either one of those throughout the entire run of me eating this sandwich. Not in any way whatsoever. Just did not notice them. Standout, excellent performers. The bread, the steak. Stood out at times in the wrong way. The bacon and the mayo. I wish the bacon would have been crispier. I wish there would have been about half as much mayo. Now, I know there's some of you just going, well, don't get the mayo at all. To make the sandwich what it is, you do need the mayo. You just don't need as much. No matter what they think, tell them to half it. And then add some salt and pepper on that. Yes, health nuts, some salt and pepper. All things considered, for a sandwich I wasn't doing backflips to try, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I would eat it again if it was handed to me. For the same price, I would not order it. I would order just the steak. Because the turkey is pointless, and that could have been steak. But otherwise, not a bad sandwich. $86. Where I'm at, a foot long one of these, almost $10, just so you're warned. For that money, I know, you could have went to Firehouse. Or insert random sandwich place that you care about that no one else does right there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And share. If you guys don't share these videos anymore, ain't nobody seeing them. You can find us on all social media, Mr. Happy0121. And remember, we got that Instagram channel thing. Come like the Facebook page. We show stuff over there we don't show here. Mostly the stuff we can't show here. Stay vigilant.